Are you worried about money?
Let's talk about closing costs or any of the other costs that you may have to cover to bring to closing.
Absolutely. I'm Natalie Messler.
And I'm Carrie Long, and we're realtors with Red One Realty Home Premier Group.
Today we're talking about the letter C. The letter C stands for closing costs. This is a good question for a lot of buyers because they don't necessarily know what they're going to be bringing to the table. Closing costs go over the items that the seller is responsible for, but also what the buyer is responsible for.
That's right. So there's a lot of different pots, so to speak, of money that you're going to have to pull together to actually purchase a home. So closing costs are, in this market, generally the buyer's going to have to pay all of your own closing costs. So you're going to have to pay upfront for homeowner's insurance. You're going to have title fees, property taxes, so that the lender can start the escrow account for you.
Sometimes mortgage insurance.
Yeah, depending on the type of loan that you have, you could have to pay PMI. Then, the lender fee. The lender's going to charge you a fee to write the loan. So all of those fees are going to be disclosed to you, but that is going to be included in what's called your closing cost. If you have a good agent, or you're looking at a home that may not be in a multiple offer situation, you may be able to get the seller to cover some of those costs for you, which if you can, that's great. I mean, by all means, attempt to get that if you can. But if you're in a multiple offer situation, we don't recommend.
No, and it also depends on where you're at. I know I've worked with some homes, some buyers and sellers in Athens County, and I know they are a little different to where sellers aren't usually covering your closing costs, where in Central Ohio, they typically do.
Well, the title insurance, yeah.
Right.
So depending on where you're located will depend on what you're going to have to pay, and your agent should know that.
Yes.
Another expense that you're going to have is down payment.
Absolutely. Down payment's an important thing for you all to come to the table with, no matter what loan you're going to utilize. This could vary, but there are a lot of options out there for you to cover that down payment price.
Right, so you can have some really good conversations with your lender because based on what kind of loan you're getting or your credit score, your amount of down payment could change. In addition to that, there is even programs for down payment assistance, which you may qualify for. And then another thing is gifts.
Mm-hmm. Gifts are very nice to get. I like getting gifts. Do you like getting gifts?
I like getting gifts.
I like mine.
Yes.
It's always nice.
I know.
Especially when you find out that your great uncle is going to offer you a $40,000 gift that you won't have to pay back, that you can help put towards your down payment.
That's right. That's right. So, family members can give you a gift, and you're going to want to make sure that you talk to your lender about that too if you're fortunate enough to have a family member that wants to give you some money.
Absolutely. And they'll want to be holding these in what's called escrow. Now, escrow is a place where you put money that you've discussed with the seller that you agree upon that will be held by your title company until you come to closing. And this will be used solely for your closing, and it won't be the responsibility of your agent or the following agent. It will be in a third party that holds on to that money for you.
Right. So title companies are going to hold all the funds and what's called escrow, and that's to protect both the buyer and seller in the transaction. So they're just the third party. So sometimes when you're writing a contract too, and another form of payment that you may have to give is what's called an earnest money deposit, which we make payable to the title company. And the earnest money, it's just kind of like it's a down payment. It's a showing to the seller that you are serious about this purchase contract, and you're going to give X amount of dollars in a form of an earnest money deposit.
Now, this earnest money deposit does go towards your final cost, so it's not something that you just give away, and it doesn't go towards your closing costs.
So make sure that you have a good conversation with your agent about what earnest money means for you.
Absolutely. Talk to Carrie.
Well, thanks everyone, and don't forget to like and share, and check us out over on YouTube and hit the subscribe button.
Give us a follow on YouTube at Home Premier Group. We will be sure to get back to you. One of our agents would love to talk to you.
Yes, absolutely. And from all of us here, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day.